day, but we're going to get started with some music. And this isn't going to be what you like, but this is the kind of mood I'm in today.
Oh, I dig it. Oh,
So, welcome to week 42 of What Did Prince Do This Week? This is the kind of mood I'm in. It's like I'm like moving like a snail, trying to get my box set, and the day won't come. I'm going like, when it's gonna come? When it's gonna come?
this makes me want to get up. This is the snail's pace. I'm like,
No, this is me like snail's pace. Welcome, Kim. First in the chat. Yay.
what up, Kim?
What up, D? Greetings from BK, Brooklyn. Where everybody else at? Wow, everybody's trying to get here. Everybody's sad too because they haven't gotten their box set either. So
It's coming.
we can't wait. The time is nigh. All right, we got hello. Thank you for being here. Second ATLian in the house. Audria, I love your profile pic. Brooklyn loves me, yes, and loves Michael Dean too. Nick Belden, good morning. All right, Philly in the house with Vanity. Love that profile pic. Mooches, love you. AJJ, DC back in the house. Welcome, Alina. Thank you so much for being here. Morning.
Happy birthday, the woman.
Oh, happy birthday. Oh my gosh. That is so amazing. I wish I could give you a Morris morning, but I don't. Morning. Stone Freak, happy Saturday. Stone Freak, did you go to a concert yesterday? And I can't remember what concert you went to. Cassandra, welcome, the third ATLian of the day. We jamming. Hi, I'm Batman. Yes, a fourth ATLian. Tanja knows what's up. Happy pre-Diamonds and Pearls weekend.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, this is why I'm playing this slow song.
I'm gonna be like,
This is like really slow for me. It's like I'm waiting for this box set. Oh my God. Yes. Happy birthday to the one. Happy Saturday, Purple Fam.
yeah.
Jay Washington's in the house. What? That's the way it should be. It's your birthday. Diana, welcome. Howdy. Nope. Howdy from Austin. I love that. Happy Saturday, Man Ray. Let's hope, Man Ray. I'm going to be super sad if everybody got their box set and mine got lost in the mail or something like that. We're going to find out, Nick Felden, but you should know. I give you a little secret. Here you go, or a tip.
Yeah.
There you go. That'll help. And then we got. All right.
Yo.
Tony at the Fox. That's
Let me come with you, Kim.
Me three. The Fox is a really incredible venue. Michael and the ATL. It's like one of those old South theaters. It's like majestic. It looks like you're outside, but you're inside. It has stars on the ceiling. The whole 9 yards. I love that you're digging this song because I thought you were going to say put something else on.
Oh no, it's one of my favorites.
Awesome. Wisdom and love. Good morning from Minnesota. I do like this part. Well, it goes fast. It's another Saturday. welcome Dr. Claw. All right. So we are week 42 of What Did Prince Do This Week? The estate of Prince Rogers Nelson is not affiliated, associated, or connected with the What Did Prince Do This Week book club series. We're going week to week, not date to date. You can follow the detailed schedule at the book club website. And you do not need the expanded edition, but it will help if you want to read. All right. I am so thrilled that Michael is into 13 and 1/4. 13 and 1/4 is not my favorite. My first choice. It might be the next to the last choice.
That's one of those Deep Purple Concord jams. You know, you just gotta know.
Yeah, you just
When
gotta know.
Pull out, you're like, you know what? Let me switch it up. Put that on.
Yeah. Yes. All right. So these will be archived on YouTube at Polish Solid as well as at MDean. Please subscribe, like, and help spread the word. Welcome, Purple Cat Confetti. Have a glam slam morning, y'all, in Denver. Love that.
Glam slam.
And yes, I love that glam slam morning.
Like Thank
you,
man.
I love that. Yes. Yes. So I'm with Dr. Claw. I'm with Tanja. Can't wait to hear the full deluxe. Can't wait to hear the deluxe period because I haven't been listening to anything. So I am ready. Welcome, Kyle. It's always great to have you here. And let's see.
Myron Scott. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good.
All right. Our hashtag is WDPDTW. Oh, we got to stop. Nikki is in the house. We can get started now. Thank you so much for being here, Nikki. As always.
Come back, Nikki. Come back. I'm gonna be on one today. So
That's great. Because you got to pep me up because I'm so sad because I'm ready for this box set and it's getting to me now. It's time.
Now see somebody who just clicked in and they heard you say ready for this box set and you're holding that up. They're like, wait a minute, what did I miss? Man, what? I heard it all.
Yes.
What did they say? What did
box set? Wouldn't that be amazing? Oh my God.
See the nice little flex with the autograph. Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah.
Yes.
This is what we're doing today.
Yes. And I do this to remind myself of what I have. And this is thanks to Tanya Giddings because of her Purple Paisley brunch. And she invited Manisa one year and Jerome. And so I got Manisa to sign a couple of Madhouse things. So nice. I forgot actually that I asked her to sign 13 and 1/4. So this is the back cover, which I always love the back covers of all the Madhouse singles. And we have Melvin in the house. Oh, that is so kind.
Mr. Melvin. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Melvin's there. Let me put Melvin on the spot. Can I put him on the spot for 1 second? Melvin, and I love that's my brother. It'd be like I'll be in the middle of doing something. I'll be somewhere. I was I'm like, who is this calling me? Melvin Rush. I'm like, damn, brother. I can't get to you right now, but I love you. But salute to Melvin. I'm just messing with you, sir. You'll get that.
Awesome. All right. We got. Yes. We're manifesting a Madhouse box set. Love Sexy. That's what we do. We try to manifest. And then Heavenly Games, welcome. And no, can't do that. And we got Ricky in the house.
What up, Rick?
Yeah. Rick. All right. So let's get into it. Week 42 of What Did Prince Do This Week? Only one studio visit, and it was for Sex Shooter. And this is Dwayne's words, Apollonia vocals first attempt. And according to Dwayne, nothing else except for, and he's not quite sure like what day, but somewhere in this week this happened. So that's the reason why it's gone across like that. So in the book, Dwayne has written like introducing Apollonia kind of section, and I'll read some of it.
Wait a minute. What page we on, Pastor?
Oh, yes.
Lord.
The pastor is had a little too much to I'm just kidding.
That Jesus juice back there in the back, I see.
Yeah, the pastor doesn't drink, but the pastor is really sad. The pastor is actually next week. They're not present today. They're waiting for Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, whenever the mailman shows up. That's where the pastor is today. Okay, so yes, 184 is where we're going to start today.
Ah, yes.
184.
Introducing Apollonia Quintero.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes. And we do want to manifest the Madhouse. We want to put these manifestations on the screen. Yes, Ricky, Madhouse box set. Welcome, Laura Guitar. Welcome, Theo. Welcome, Gesture. Gesture. Is that
my guy?
I think it is.
Yeah.
Jesse, is that you? I think it is.
Jesse?
Thanks so much for joining us. All right. I need to bring my calm voice. Okay. Apollonia is one of the sweetest people I've ever met. Prince. With vanity out of the picture, literally and figuratively, a new actress was needed to fill her role. Casting calls were done in New York and Los Angeles, looking for a beautiful, voluptuous female between 18 and 21, under 5'4", sexy with an open, ripe look. I don't.
What is a ripe look?
I was going to ask you, Michael.
And she's ripe.
Can someone in the chat explain what they mean by ripe? I don't know what that means. Does that mean that she's innocent? I'll take it as she's innocent, I guess. And
Hollywood, something else. Go ahead.
And any ethnic type with an exotic European allure. Did you see that word? Okay.
This is the 80s. I get it.
Yes. And the production was swamped with actresses. Okay. I love this comment from Anisha. Ripe apples for picking. Okay.
Let me give you. Very clever. I like it.
Yes. And it is Jesse. And says, Michael Dean, your recent coverage on the Maite biopic was hilarious and informative.
Oh, well, thank you. Shout out to Funkatopia because they had the actual.
Yes.
Had her there.
And again, we got two ripe for the picking. So I don't know, Chris, because they already had voluptuous in the description. So the description again is beautiful, voluptuous female between 18 and 21, under 5'4", sexy with an open, ripe look, and any ethnic type with an exotic European allure. And the production was swamped with actresses. I actually would like to know who actually tried out. Like, who were if there were any like A-list or B-list actresses that we know that actually tried out for it and didn't get it, from the 80s.
Who would have been like, I'm trying to think. See, I don't think she would be, Jane Kennedy or I don't know.
Jane Kennedy would be incredible, but I think she might have been she would have been too old, I think, at that time, because they said 18 and 21.
True. But they also said ethnic type Okay. But with an exotic European, I mean, it just seems like very like, okay, well, ethnic, but then they're European. Like what?
Yeah.
Oh, oh,
Um,
Irene Cara. Okay. Yeah, 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 yeah.
I didn't realize that. I don't
Ray,
know. I don't think that would have been a good fit. I
Ray
love
Dong Chong.
Irene. Ooh, Ray Dong
We're going
Chong.
way back. Unless people's like, who?
Yeah, that would have been
These are
good.
bad.
I love Jennifer Beals. She's one of my favorite actresses. I don't think that she would have been a good fit for the role. Oh, good point. Too tall as well.
She's a maniac.
Oh, so I didn't realize. So Jennifer Beals actually tried out. That's interesting.
Mm. Ola
Okay.
Ray.
Ola Ray.
Boy, that would have thrown
Right.
the MJ connection in a tizzy if that was if she would have done both Thriller and this. That'd been crazy.
Yeah. So we're talking about Maria. Basically, Dwayne says that the production was swamped with actresses who tried out for Apollonia's role, and we were trying to figure out like who from that time in the 80s could have possibly tried out for the role. And then Edgar, hi, it's always great to have you here, says that there's this article in the Star Tribune that claims Dutch model Apollonia van Revenstein, I apologize, I'm sure I messed that up, was considered, but my guess is they just misunderstood the name.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, Ricky, you're jumping ahead. Okay, Ricky said, I was never super hyped about the Sex Shooter song. However, that scene in Purple Rain when the time is playing in rehearsal, you can hear how much of a groove it was. I mean, it's all about that beginning. I really wanted to play it in the opening because like one of the things that I love is the long version of Sex Shooter and how, that drum beat and that it's almost like a choo-choo train. Like it just keeps going and I love it.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I don't want to cut your thought off. My bad.
Oh, no, I'm good.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say I always felt like Prince pulled that beat up and he was like, "Oh yeah, pull up that I Would Die for You real quick," and he just sort of pulled off a little thing, and he just okay, nah, because it just has that same was it the hi-hats or something, but
yeah.
anyway.
It's definitely like a variation. I never even thought about that of I Would Die for You. That and it's kind of slowed down. That's interesting. So, all right.
I was gonna throw some other names out there because we're on a tangent of it. Who I would have loved to see just an audition, might have been too old. Like Thelma, from Good Times, and
Good Times.
Janet Jackson actually would have been very interesting. She would have had the innocent.
Yeah, definitely.
She would have came with the control kind of early a little bit. Badass Janet, like they had Nasty and would have been in there and somehow jamming those couples. I'm on my what ifs, but anyway.
And Nia Peoples. Oh wow. Wasn't she on Fame, the TV show? Nia Peoples.
I used to love me some Nia.
Woo. And then Chris Borneo says, thought Troy Bayer would have been perfect for as the female lead in Under the Cherry Moon. I like that idea. That's a good idea. And Anisha says more than light complexion or European features, I suppose, a la Paula Abdul. Yes.
Basically, they were light skin. Let's keep it above.
Yeah. or Kim, who's being very explicit.
Right. Yeah.
I'm trying to be PC, but yeah. We all know what's going on. And then Nia would have made it too commercial. That's a good point. I agree with that. All right. Albert Magnoli had his work cut out for him. Okay, this is Albert Magnoli speaking. I saw hundreds of girls and no one could replace vanity. I'm going to pause there. Again.
Yeah.
I saw hundreds of girls and no one could replace vanity. And so
sorry.
I love that. Okay. And so it was a miracle that at the very end, Apollonia walked in, and she was the direct opposite of Vanity. You had
Hmm.
Vanity, gorgeous and dark, and you had Patricia Cotero, gorgeous and light. And I realized that because they were so opposed to each other, they would work. She looks fantastic. And what surprised me is the attitude. She's tough. Apollonia finally came in so diametrically opposed to her. So I immediately said, I'm literally looking at light when I had been trying to find the dark. Now, that's a really interesting choice of words. I wouldn't necessarily say that Vanity was dark. I think the movie would have been darker because Vanity would have been in it, only because I think it would have been more emotional, like more emotionally dark. But I don't see Vanity as being dark. From all accounts that I've ever heard and from seeing her in interviews, she was very light in terms of her disposition and sweet and all of that. So I wish I could ask what's meant by dark. Maybe we can figure it out in the chat again because you guys are really good with ripe. So maybe you can help me out about what we think Albert Magnoli means by vanity being dark.
I think too, you know, for me, I have to think of like who is saying this and sort of what the way he is perceiving these guys, these people, which I find is also interesting and goes into who he's casting, right? I don't know how old he is at this time, but he is not of their world, right? Like he is an outsider viewing this as I guess a director, early director, and he's casting these roles in what is essentially, uh, I'm using their terms, like a urban black movie, but trying not to be that almost, it seems like. So it's funny that it'd be interesting if it was other people that were sort of casting these things. And I don't know how much power Prince had at this as well, but
So Ricky brings up a good point. So Michael, you actually interviewed Manisa, right? Did you
yeah,
interview her?
yes, yes.
And so do you remember when she came in to Princess World? Because was she around in 83? I thought she
I can't
came in
remember
later.
how far back, but I mean, she was kind of like, it was like dating first.
Mhm.
But I can't remember I'm old. I can't remember the exact year she said. So I don't know if she was
Yeah.
around Purple Rain. I tend to say I don't think she was not that early,
I
but
don't think she was, but that would be interesting. Like, and then also I really loved Kim's comment about only an unknown would have worked in Vanity's absence. I think that's a really good point. And Kareem, did Gina Gershon did she actually try out for it? Because I remember some rumbles about Gina Gershon back in the day. And this is a really good, they did not want for it to be a black movie. It was a different time. I mean, non-black basically. And then let's see. Yes, Vanity. We got to show Vanity. I love your profile pic. My girl was one of a kind, indeed. Vanity was vamp in the 80s. I want to say a little bit more about that. Hold on.
and two, I think you have to consider it's the way that it would be the way that the actress plays against Prince as opposed to her being some sort of dark person herself, right? Like maybe against Prince, you maybe can't have it'd be different to have two alphas sort of being on screen as opposed to obviously Prince, very alpha male versus Apollonia coming in sort of on the naive tip, which I don't
Yeah.
know if it would have been that. Well, obviously she wouldn't have probably been
All
because
right. So
other
actually,
movies of Vanity, she doesn't seem well. She was like Action Jackson, The Last Dragon. I can't remember what was her demeanor or her character. Was she like a light or dark character? I don't even know if
well,
that
in
was.
Action Jackson, she was dark because she was like a drug addict, basically.
Oh, okay.
So And also in 52 Pickup, like she was like a prostitute and all that. But I'm talking
Wow.
about in terms of her human, like Denise, not, Vanity, but Denise was very light. Um,
Hmm.
yes, I agree with this. Vanity. So Vanity was not always light. She said it herself in the 90s after she got saved. Um, okay, that's funny. This is interesting, Chris. I wonder why Susanna wasn't cast in Apollonia's role. I mean, I actually wish that Susanna would have been cast in Under the Cherry Moon as originally planned instead of Kristen Scott Thomas, if because I really don't think they had chemistry. Kristen Scott Thomas and Prince, and like Kristen's character and Christopher Tracy's character, Prince's character, Christopher Tracy, I never saw them as really having chemistry in Under the Cherry Moon, even though I love the film. It's, as you know, it's my favorite Prince film. But I think it would have been like even better if the female lead had more chemistry with Prince. But I guess that's also part of the point, was that she was supposed to be like of another world and kind of, but like when they came together, it just didn't feel that way. There's so much going on. So I want to share. Let me see. How can I do this? Share
Kim
this
said somebody had to be the actor in the Prince movie. I know that.
So my husband to the rescue. This says Minneapolis fashions once ranged from down-filled Parkers to red flannel long johns, but since Prince took over the town, the underwear has come out from hiding. Contenders for Purple Rain. Crowd scene extras queue up to be considered for roles by director Albert Magnoli, who's to the right of the black box, sitting on the left of one of the producers to the right. So you can see Albert looks like maybe he's in his 30s or maybe early 40s. I don't know, but probably 30s, I would think. I don't know. Does anyone know how old Albert Magnoli would have been around this time? And so these are for extras, and they were coming out in full lingerie regalia, which is nice to see. This is awesome. I wish we had, and this is from Superstar. Was there a magazine called Superstar? Does somebody know? Somebody? Okay, thank you, Kim. Yep, 30s. And then Kareem says, Gina says she didn't like nudity and didn't want it to be in her first movie. And D is saying, oh, so Albert is 69 now. Playing Frown.
Wild boy play.
I'm sorry. Okay. And let's see. Chris says, I agree that Kristen and Prince had no chemistry. I would have recast it with Troy as a biracial French girl. I hear you. And then JD is saying dark seems like a strong negative word. Vanity felt edgier to me. Didn't come across as innocent like apples. So maybe dark is edgy. Maybe that's what dark is meant to be. And then I missed something that Celie said. There's so many comments today. You guys are on fire out there. For an understanding of ripe, read the opening description of the pear tree as a metaphor for Janie Crawford and Zora Neale Hurston's Their Eyes Were Watching God. Okay, we will do that. And then let's see. Celie says Vanity never played a purely damsel in distress role. Even in The Last Dragon, and the lead female role for Purple Rain was not quite damsel in distress, but a combination of sexiness and innocence. And I didn't remember that Gina was in Showgirls. I don't really remember much of Showgirls except for Ripper Go the Zipper from Prince, which I love. Okay. So the next step was to have Kotero travel to Minneapolis. So Magnoli arranged a meeting between her and Prince. Hold on.
I was going ADR for you.
Okay. Okay. The next step was to have Kotaro travel to Minneapolis, so Magnolia arranged a meeting between her and Prince. This is Magnolia. I called him and said, "This girl might be the girl." Her name was Patty, Patricia. I said, "Why don't you come by and see if she can sing?" Because that was a big deal. So I said, "Prince is going to be by. Take a ride to go to his house and we'll figure out if you can sing." And she says, "Okay." He walks in. She's nervous. He's nervous. And so they go off together with the bodyguard. Soon after they left, Prince phoned Magnolia. He calls and says, "What do you think?" And I said, "Listen, can she sing?" And he goes, "I can make it work." And I said, "Okay."
He said,
I
fine
wish
as
the
she is,
phone
she ain't
call
know
was
nothing.
recorded. Say it again, Michael. What you say?
He said, as fine as she is, she ain't got to know how to sing. I'll make it work.
Yes. Okay. If you can make it work, I can make it work. Prince was taken by Patricia's looks and personality and by their immediate chemistry, and she was hired as the female lead. Although she was brought in to replace Vanity, Kotaro's personality took the character in a different direction, and a name change was in order. The name Apollonia can be traced back to Prince's fascination with movies, specifically The Godfather and Michael Corleone's first wife, Apollonia Vitelli Corleone, played by Simonetti Stefanelli. Prince loved classic films and invited those close to him to share in this passion. Prince called Magnolia with the update. He goes, "This is Prince. Can we call her Apollonia?" And of course, The Godfather. And I said, "Yeah." And I go, "Where's that coming from?" And he said, "I have no idea." It just came to me. I'm sorry. And so I said, "Okay, it's Apollonia. What the heck?" Prince also ran. So I don't know if he said that to Prince or if he said that to himself. I doubt he said that to Prince. So maybe he said that in his mind. Okay. Prince also ran it by the remaining Vanity Six members, Brenda Bennett and Susan Moonsey, since they would be performing together. And this is Brenda. She was the one who looked the best, and her reading was very good. Prince was sitting with us, and we told him he had to make a decision, and he asked us about the name Apollonia. I liked it. That's Brenda. She came to rehearsals. Oh, this is Wendy speaking. She came to rehearsals and saw how we worked together. Apollonia was genuinely excited. She came to us and said that she thought a lot of us, and the band, and she really wanted us to accept her. And again, that's Wendy speaking. So that's the bit about introducing Apollonia that Dwayne wrote. Okay. All right. Celia's saying, while sex and sexuality have always been part of popular music, has anyone ever written an article or book about the moment that sex or sexuality becomes more important than talent in popular music? Something to think about. I don't know. All right. So share this tab stats. Okay. So we're going to move on. We're ready now, Ricky. We're ready to talk about Sex Shooter, mid-October 1983, Kiowa Trail Home Studio, Chanhassen. Again, Apollonia vocals, first attempt, producer Prince, artist Apollonia 6, engineer Peggy McCreary. And we are going to go to page 86. And Michael, you're going to have the reading duties this time.
All right. Sex Shooter. Shooting love in your direction. Okay. Mid-October 1983. Quote, Apollonia brought a more pure, innocent, and sensual aspect to the movie. It would have it would have been really dark with Vanity. Albert Magnoli. The first track Apollonia taped with Prince was a re-recording of Vanity Six's Sex Shooter. Brenda Bennett details how they worked with her initially. Apollonia would tell you she had not been a singer before, and we had her copy Vanity's vocals. I think that it was rough for her. She came in wanting to be a partner. David Lee Roth and Apollonia dated, so she knew musicians. She wanted to make a success of this. She was friendly and wanted to try hard, and she was very diplomatic. It didn't come easy, but she was much easier to work with than Vanity. She had no preconceived notions about singing, but she was mainly an actress. With Vanity out of the picture, Prince decided to go in a slightly different direction and disregarded moral
And
majority. Discarded, excuse me, moral majority, Vanity, excuse me. Well, I'm all over this. Moral majority, Vibrator, and other tracks recorded for Vanity Six's aborted second album. But he was firm about using Sex Shooter. Because of the different personalities of the actresses and the characters, it was suggested to shift everything from sexual to sensual. Prince apparently agreed with this assessment and focused on changing the tone with the vocals. Early in the casting, Apollonia had given Prince a demo tape of her singing, so he knew she had potential. But listening to a tape and laying down vocals for a new track are two very different tasks, as Susan Rogers explained. She was warming up in a quiet little voice with the Beatles when I'm 64. And that was the preparation for singing Sex Shooter. I realized, oh boy, this one's going to be tough because obviously the poor woman was no singer. She was an actress. He was demanding the impossible. Prince thought the mood would be more relaxed if she were singing without an audience. So he asked Rogers to go upstairs and wait in the living room while he and Apollonia stayed downstairs and recorded her voice, coaxing her to be more assertive and confident. A few weeks later, once Apollonia's vocal abilities and her comfort level grew, she and Prince would revisit the song. Apollonia wasn't the only one learning what her role in the studio with Prince would be. Susan Rogers was starting to understand what Prince expected of herself as well. Prince needed an all around engineer, one who could repair and use his equipment. I had to learn very quickly what sounds he liked, but I was helped by Jesse Johnson, who taught me how, who taught me how Prince liked the kick drum to sound, what reverb he liked on his vocal, what mics he used, etc. By the time Prince came home from Los Angeles, I knew enough to be of great use to him in the studio. Status. This updated version of Sex Shooter, 6 minutes 52 seconds, was released as a 12-inch dance version and edited 3 minutes and 2 seconds for the release as the 7-inch single. The track was edited 3 minutes and 40 seconds for placement on the Apollonia 6 album. The single would peak at number 85 on the Billboard Hot 100 singles charts, number 19 on the Billboard Black singles charts, and number 32 on the Billboard Hot Dance Disco chart. Likely helped the song's presence in the Purple Rain movie. It is unclear when Prince made musical changes to the song, but during the summer, additional vocals had been added by Brenda Bennett, Susan Muncy, and Jill Jones. An instrumental track of the new version was also created for use in the movie. And I'm going to land my plane right there.
Thank you so much, Michael. So, yes, we've talked about Tanya's Island in an earlier episode. I don't know which one because we're up to 42. I can't believe it.
Tanya's Island.
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily, I don't think that really is dark. I mean, I guess
I guess a movie about being kidnapped by a monkey man on deserted island.
So, Michael, you have to do you remember our previous conversations? I grew up watching Kung Fu movies like The Flying Guillotine, where people's heads were coming off like in my single digits. So by the time I see Tanya's Island, I was like, okay.
I'm mad that you saw that movie when it came out because I had no idea about it.
Like,
That's what you were watching.
yeah. So I have a different and sometimes I forget that people don't have didn't grow up on watching kung fu movies or like John Woo movies. I'm trying to find why can't I never find
import Blu-ray of Tanya's Island.
No.
Signed by the guy.
I don't know who played. I love that film. The reason why I love that film is that Vanity is almost in every single scene.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, she is like it's a Vanity, like she's the lead. Like she's almost like I think it's great for that reason. I'm trying to find my sex shooter copy, but I can't find it. And played. Had to be one of those tapes behind the beaded curtains in the store.
Okay.
Yeah.
What you doing back there? Oh no, I walked back here on accident.
Yeah.
Where's the new releases? Get out of that back room.
Yes. And yes, Maria, if you love Kristen, I mean, I love Kristen Scott as an actress. I mean, she's a really fantastic actress, obviously. And if you think she had great chemistry with Prince, that's amazing. I'm very happy that she was a good fit for you. Let's see. So one of the things that stood out when you were reading, like the very first sentence was the first track Apollonia take with Prince was a re-recording of Vanity Six's Sex Shooter. And I still don't have a clean copy of Vanity Six's Sex Shooter. The copy that I have, while it's okay, it's not pristine. It's not like Gold Star. And I know everybody's tired of me saying this, but I'm going to say it until I can't say it anymore. It would be really fantastic if the Vanity Six album was re-released, because it needs to be one. And if they would put all of Prince's versions of Vanity Six's songs on there, that would be great. And then if they did the same for Apollonia 6, it would be great to also have Prince's versions and Vanity's versions for the Apollonia 6 tracks and the other stuff considered for the second Vanity 6 album on a box set. That's what I would love. So I guess what I really like to have is, since we're manifesting, is a 6 box set with Vanity 6, Apollonia 6 remastered, all the Prince originals and all of the Vanity unreleased stuff. So,
all right.
Yeah, that's what I want. All right, let's see where we are in our slide deck today. And so far in 1983, Prince has been in the studio 72 times, according to Dwayne with the asterisks. Like, that's what we kind of know right now with the research so far. And I want to give a shout out to Celi's wife for sending this to me, because I was told that I didn't say the right name for this album. It's Count Your Blessings, but I did say it. And so I just love this. I thought this was super cool. And I love that Dr. Claw. Also definitely want to see that. Both those albums been out of print for far too long. In addition to The Family, in addition to Jill Jones, like all the Paisley Park records, Madhouses, like all of that should be released. I hope not. Blade Brown, that's a mighty long time. That would be like 25 more years. And let's see. Celi, the Saturday matinee of all day long Kung Fu films, either at the movies or on TV. Lots of folks grew up engrossed in Kung Fu film culture. I have friends who would go to the movies at noon till 7 p.m. Yes. Especially during the 70s. I want to talk a little bit. I've mentioned this a couple times about this really amazing exhibition at the Brooklyn Museum about Spike Lee's media collection. It's about his films, but it's also about his family, but it's also about his collection. Again, I mentioned this last week. He is obviously a movie buff, a movie historian. He has so many signed posters and clapboards from Francis Ford Coppola, Steven Spielberg. I mean, Martin Scorsese. You name a director, he has something. Akira Kurosawa. I'm gonna bastardize the last name, so I'm not going to try. So, what was great is that at the exhibition they have 2 Robert Whitman photos, and I put myself in the picture just so you can see the scale of the photos. So there are these 2 Robert Whitman photos, which you can find in the Prince Pre-Fame book that Robert Whitman released back in 2017. And Spike also has Prince's Love Symbol guitar, and you can't see it because I cropped it out of the picture, but Verdine White's bass is to the left of Prince's. And the thing is, it's like, it's not behind glass or anything. Obviously, they don't want you to touch it, but you can see it in its full glory, and get real close to it. And it's just really amazing to see Prince represented in so many ways throughout this exhibition. And if you can't come to Brooklyn, and I hope that it travels to other cities, but if it doesn't, this book is really amazing because it has a lot of Spike's collection in this book called Director's Inspiration. And with, again, the slide deck, you can always find it on the website for the book club. And if you just click on the image, it will take you directly to websites and so forth. And this will take you to a place where you can order the book if you'd like, because we want to support Spike Lee because he continues to uplift Prince. And let's see. And then I don't know if Jesse, are you still here? If you're here, I think the schedule is still, even though it says October 9th, it seems to be still in effect because I know something happened on Friday and something happened on Thursday. And I know that the New York Prince fans are going to be there today, I think starting at 2 for a private event. So if you're in the tri-state area and you want to be surrounded by purple people, this is where you want to be. So again, you can click on that. And Michael had already alluded to Funkotopia's Maite interview, and then they also interviewed Tony M, Scott McAuliffe, and Robia the next day. I didn't realize it was the next day. So there's so much going on, so many interviews. I know, Michael, that I haven't had an opportunity to watch the Maite one or the one with Tony M. Have you been able to? I know you watched the Maite one. Have you watched the Tony M?
Well, I caught the end of the Maite. I was watching it live. I was driving. So I got to go back and watch it. And I haven't seen it. I haven't had a chance to see the one with Tony yet. But salute.
Yeah. Yes, definitely salute. And it's just, it's so great to have, multiple Prince people together, like Tony M, Scott, Robia, because sometimes they kind of remind each other of things that you can't do as a person who's an outsider. So, yep. And you did a live stream with Big Sexy and Aunt Pooh, right? About kind of like was it a response to?
We were just kind of reacting to the news. We took a lot of phone calls from people, just seeing what people thought about the idea of the Maite movie.
Yeah. So yeah, Jesse's saying that definitely come through to see Rich Benson's collection at Minter Newark. Again, starting at 2:00. And we want to give a happy birthday to Mira. So we got 2 birthdays today. We got Alina and Mira.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
Yes.
Clap it up. We love birthdays.
We love birthdays. Yes, we do. All right, we got a question. So someone like me who doesn't stream music on Spotify, etc., won't be able to listen to or watch the state specials on the DMP. Um, Meaning like the videos, like the Glam Slam show and Special Olympics, because those won't be streaming, right?
No. Yeah, right. Someone who doesn't. I don't know if you mean the podcast.
No,
Let's see.
I think he's talking about the videos. No, oh, he says no, the interviews they're doing about the releases.
Yeah, the
Oh,
podcast.
the podcast.
Well, you
Uh,
can listen to them for free on like Apple Podcasts, pretty much any podcast platform, Spotify. You don't have to pay to listen to those. You just have to go onto one of those apps.
yeah. I think like if I usually download them from Apple, to be honest. So like I'll send them to you, Celie. No problem. And I'm with Maria. I also would love to hear more majority, particularly if there's a vanity version. I want to hear all the vanity versions, even before I hear Prince versions. And Kim saying the podcasts have been pretty good. I haven't listened to the podcast only because Kanisa said that there were audio snippets, and I'm trying to stay away from any audio. So I haven't listened to them yet because of the audio snippets. But
Gotta
I
listen
know
to episode 2.
And how was that?
Well, that was the one. Y'all correct me. Is the young lady that Prince speaks about in the schoolyard song?
Well,
And
I think she said
Andrea,
that she's
go
not
ahead.
that. It didn't happen or something. But yeah, it's
Well, right.
supposed to.
She talked about it, but they interviewed her in that. It's interesting to hear her perspective of the stuff. Uh, that was quite the find for sure.
Yeah.
Kari?
Kari.
Yeah,
All
we won't
right.
spoil it. You should check it out.
So I have I'm on the short countdown because I want to get here sooner rather than later because these 5 days is probably not correct because I doubt I'm going to get this on Thursday. But if there's a God and I manifest things, I'm hoping I'll get it on Thursday. So 5 days and counting for the Diamonds and Pearls box set. But we've already talked about episode 2, so check it out if you haven't. And there's also episode 1. And obviously, there is the official Diamonds and Pearls Super Deluxe album release party at Paisley Park, where they will be showing the Glam Slam 91 show on Paisley Park's amazing sound system. I wish that I could have gone, but Kanisa is going, so I'm sure that she will fill us all in on what's going on. Is anyone in the chat also going? Can we get a roll call on who's going to Minneapolis? And
Yeah, I'm gonna see you there.
let's see. And yep, Kari, a high school girlfriend. All right, and then I'm waiting for the Blu-ray. That's the first thing I'm gonna do. Well, first thing I'm gonna do is open it up and look at it in detail. Oh, so of course, Audra, you're gonna be there. I love it, love it, love it, love it. Awesome. And then it would be great if you could come on and tell us how it was. So I'll reach out to you. And Chris is also going. Awesome. Yes, Man Ray, manifest positivity and your diamonds and pearls set will appear. That's what I'm trying to do. I really am. I'm sending out signals like pew, 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 pew. Like, give me this box set. I'm ready. And then, some of us might be waiting for the CD. And if you haven't, you want to pre-order your copy so you won't be experiencing FOMO. And that's the thing. I'm afraid that everybody's going to get their box set before I get my box set. And I've been waiting patiently and I'm going to go like, oh, Like everybody's gonna be talking and I still don't. Yeah, I'm a Murphy's Law kind of person. All right. So I'm super excited to share the graphics for the Diamonds and Pearls Super Deluxe virtual celebration that I'm doing with Michael and a lot of other people that the incredible and amazing Reverend did for me. I mean, this is like stunning.
Nice. Wow.
It is beautiful. And I don't, it's so luscious. It's just like, I love it. And so, yeah, and the
Right.
detail, like he has like diamonds, at the top of the guitar and the pearls wrapped around and the diamonds in the corner and the pearls and it's just it's so amazing. Um, Nothing but absolute love to Reverend.
Yeah,
I
he's
was
amazing.
just blown away.
He doesn't get enough love, I think. Like I said, he did my logo. Like, absolutely
Yep.
incredible.
Yes, yes. So we got to do some. That's super cool. Wow.
Mhm.
Heart eyes, heart eyes. Oh, see, Lee, this is even worse. I hope the mailman doesn't put my diamonds and pearls in someone else's box. Oh my God,
Mhm.
that would be awful. And like, yes, ooh, it's beautiful. It really is. It's almost like a diamond ring, and I'm not even into diamonds. I was like, this is what if I was into diamonds, this is how I'd be oohing and ahhing. Um, so again, this is not a symposium. So it's basically a celebration like we've done for virtual celebrations for Peach and Black, which was the Sign of Time Super Deluxe, and Welcome to America. And the main difference between this and a symposium is that there are no presentations. It's just roundtables galore. And also, if you click on, I think I set it up. Yeah. The website is up now. So spread the word. I'm going to probably start pushing promotion on social media next Saturday. I want to wait until the official Diamonds and Pearls party happens. So I don't want to cross over anything that this state has going on. And then we have the accompanying playlists for week 42. And then next week for week 43, we are going to be reading pages 187 to 191. And it will be Sunday, October 23rd, 1983. It'd be a little bit about a little Wednesday and Father's Song. And then October 1983 estimate, which is a little bit about a purple workout. So this hasn't happened in a very long time. Yes, I love my preference. We own time. I cannot believe it. So I hope you have an amazing weekend. And if you're in the tri-state area, I hope you go over to Mentor Newark. And yeah, have a great day. Thank you, Michael, for hanging out with me always. And thank you to each and every one of you in the chat for being with us every single weekend. We really, really appreciate your continued support and all the help you give us in the chat when we don't know what's going on, like with Ripe and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So have a good one.
See ya.